Welcome guys, my name is KD, also known as Crypto Hustler, and this will be video number 15 to our challenge of turning £2,000 into £100,000. In today's video, I want to talk a little bit more about launchpads. We've had a lot of people asking about them. They want to know why we invest in launchpads and what sort of gains we can expect to get from them. So what I'm going to do is have a little rundown of some of the ideas that we have taken part in recently. We'll show you how much we bought it for and what the price is now, and how much it got to at its all-time high. Basically just give you an idea of what sort of projects that we do invest into and what sort of gains we're on and what sort of gains that we are expecting to get by the end of the bull run. Yeah, let's dive in. So firstly I'm going to go into Seedify, and what we're going to do is going to scroll down and look at some of the ideas that have been completed. We'll have a look and see where they've got to. So Sophiaverse, unfortunately I missed it. I didn't wake up on time, so I didn't manage to get into that. So the first one we're going to start off with is Solidus AI Tech. I did take part in that. What we're going to do is go into crypto rank, and that should tell us how much we bought it for and how it's been performing ever since. On crypto rank, I'm going to go into IDOs and ICOs, return on investment. First one is Solidus. If we go into Solidus, you can see currently Solidus is at 0.057 cents. The actual IDO price was at 0.012 with a current return of investment of 4.75x. So you're about 5 times your money on that, with an all-time high of just over 6x. This has been a very good project. Our investment is obviously 5x at the moment. It has been up to 6x, and no doubt during the bull run it is going to go up more. So back to Seedify. So that was Solidus AI Tech. We did invest in DexCheck, so we'll have a quick look and see how that's been performing. If we take a look into DexCheck, you can see again we did invest into it. The price we invested in was 0.01. Of course, currently it's sitting at 0.0348. As you can see, our return on investment currently is near enough 3.5x. At the all-time high, it was about 5x. Again, like I say, we are early in the market, and I do expect this to obviously carry on going up during the bull run. So, if we're on a 3.5x now, I'd imagine we're going to be a lot higher towards the peak of the bull run. So next we have got Soil. So Soil is another one that we took part in. So Soil, as you can see, at the moment the price is sitting at 0.722. The IDO price was 0.18. We are on a 4x on Soil. At its all-time high, we did get to just over a 5.5x. Again, 4x, it's, at this point of the market, it is a nice gain, and I do expect it to obviously perform better during the bull run. And hopefully, we'll see where it can go to towards the end of the bull run. Yeah, so Clubcoin, let's have a look at that. We did invest a little bit into that. Clubcoin at the moment, you can see it is at 0.0711. The sell price was actually 0.012, so we are actually down on that. So the return on investment is about 0.6x, so we're down about 40% overall. It did obviously reach an all-time high recently of 3.7x. Again, like I say, we are early in the market, and we're not looking to sell anything at the moment. We're going to see where this can go. If it's already done a 3.7x, at some point I'm guessing it's going to go a lot higher than that. The next one we've got is OpenFabric AI. OpenFabric, it is currently sitting at 0.216. The IDO price was 0.06. We are on a return on investment of 3.6x at the moment, with an all-time high so far of 4.6. So again, like I say, we're 3x on our money, and hopefully by the time we get to the end of the bull run, that's going to go up by a significant amount. The next one, Chappies. We invested in Chappies, so let's see how that's getting on. The current price is 0.00225. We did get into it at 0.0006, which is a return on investment of about 3.75x. The all-time high was near enough a 12x. Towards the peak of the bull run, I do expect obviously to surpass the 12x that it has done, and possibly a few more x's on top of that. Next we have got Plexus. We did take part in Plexus as well. So Plexus, we did actually take part in the public and the private round. I did actually manage to get it at 2 different prices. Plexus, going on the IDO price, it is at 0.01 at the IDO. Of course, the price at the moment is 0.0139 at the moment, which is showing a profit of about 40%. So, we're at 1.4x. The all-time high has been 3.75x. So, it has done well over the last few weeks. It has dropped, obviously. Again, like I say, this is the IDO price. So, I did buy some at the IDO price, and I did get some at seed price, which was, I think, about 25% cheaper than that. You can say, we're about double on our money at the minute. We have been up to roughly a 4x. Again, like I say, markets have dropped, but, towards the peak of the bull run, I do expect a significant gain on that 4x. Next one is Farcana Games. To be fair, I was really looking forward to Farcana Games. Unfortunately, it was over Christmas period, and I think I took the holidays a bit too seriously, and I missed the actual IDO launch date. However, obviously you can see that this is Seedify, and these are the gains that we are making on Seedify. They do have quite a few new projects coming up, so let's have a quick look. They've got Animalia, which is another gaming project, Evermoon, Storm Warfare. There's been a lot of hype over Storm Warfare, so I do expect at some point that's going to do really well. They've got Heaven's Compass, Bloodloop, and Metados. These are obviously all crypto gaming projects, and some of them will get lucky. Not all of them are going to do well, but you will get some that will do the 50x, 100x. So even if you get 1 out of 10 right, it normally pays off pretty well. I have found, normally if we invest into say 20 different projects, we normally find about 15 to 16 projects do really well. So what I'm going to do is go into ChainGPT. It's ChainGPT again. I actually bought ChainGPT at IDO price from Seedify. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go in and have a look and see where ChainGPT is. I know we invested quite a bit in ChainGPT, and it has really performed. It has performed really well. So let's have a look. So CGPT, ChainGPT, you can see at present, it's sitting at 0.152. We did manage to buy in at 0.008, which is about a 19x on our money at the minute. The all-time high was 42x. Of course, we didn't cash out. We are going to wait until the end of the bull run, and I do believe if it's been to a 42x, it could possibly 5x or 10x on top of that, which would probably put it at 200 to 400x. Again, like I say, only time will tell, and we'll see where we can go at the end of the bull run. Going back to ChainGPT, we're just going to have a look at some of the projects that it has released, and we're just going to look at the ones that we have invested in. DexCheck, I did actually get into that from Seedify. Solidus, again, I got in on Seedify. Most of these I actually got in from Seedify. So on this, I did get into Friends 3. Let's have a quick look and see how that's performing. Friends 3, again, you can see, the current price is 0.0319. The IDO price was 0.01, which is just over a 3x. The all-time return, the all-time high returns were, just over a 9x. Again, a 3x isn't bad on your money. Whatever you invested, we've got 200% on top. It has obviously been up to a 9x, which I do believe towards the end of the bull run, it's going to surpass that. WorkX, I didn't actually invest into. I missed that one. Serenity Shield, we did get into Serenity Shield, so let's have a look and see how that's getting on. So Serenity Shield, again, the current price is 0.747, and we got in at 0.2. So at the moment, our return on investment is about 3.7x, with an all-time high return on investment of just over 6x. A 3.7x isn't bad, it means we're doing something right. Again, like I say, towards the end of the bull run, I am expecting these numbers to gain massively. ChainGPT, I think so far we've only took part in 2 recently. So that's ChainGPT done. So next one I'm going to go into is Solidus AI Tech. At the moment, it's my favourite Launchpad. To be fair, they've not done many projects or anything like that, but the community itself is absolutely live. Everyone you talk to, everybody's excited about it, and it's the project is just growing at a massive rate. With AI Tech, again, I got into it through Seedify, so I did buy at IDO price. We did buy into at 0.012, which is giving us a return on investment currently of 4.7x. The all-time high return did go just above 6. But again, like I say, I do believe that this project is going to do really, really well. The community is really big, and there's always lots of things going on. I think with any project, if they have a good community backing it, they do tend to do well. We are still early in the bull run, and I do think it's going to surpass these figures. So AI Tech, they've only launched one IDO so far, which was our Script Network. The Script Network, it released at 0.01. The price at the moment is 0.018. So it's given us a return of about 80%. So we're at 1.8x on our money. The all-time high was just over a 4x. The Script Network, it's one of those that actually gave out 100% TGE on the listing date. You don't hear that very often. Most coins tend to release 20-25% on the listing date, and then there's normally quite a long vesting time. Average vesting time is normally up to about 6 months. There are some projects which have longer vesting. It just means that you're not getting all your coins in one go, so you can't dump them all together. Script, like I say, it was 100% TGE. They did release all the coins on the first day. Although people dumped, the price did go down, but of course, even now we're at almost double our price, which isn't too bad for the stage that we're at. I do expect it to obviously go on and do a lot better further down the line. The last launchpad I want to take a look at is Seapad. Now Seapad is relatively new, and I do believe a lot of people are struggling to get onto it. It is actually on the Sui network, so you do need a Sui wallet to get in. Once you get a Sui wallet and you manage to connect it to the site, it is relatively easy. I think a lot of people are used to sort of Ethereum and BNB and some of the bigger networks. Sui obviously is relatively new, and I'm guessing at the moment a lot of people just don't know how to use it. It is relatively simple. You just need a Sui wallet, which is a decentralized wallet similar to MetaMask, but runs on the Sui network. You will have to connect your wallets together. If you do go onto a site, there are instructions on how to do it. You can find instruction videos on YouTube on how to connect to Seapad or how to connect to Sui wallet. Just going to go in and have a look. So Seapad itself, we'll have a look at the coin price itself. Seapad, as you can see, it started off at roughly about 12 cents, and at the moment it is about 20 cents. I mean, we're quite fortunate. We managed to get in somewhere along the bottom here, and we are currently at about 7 or 8x. But if you look over the last month, it has only seen growth. It's only going one way at the moment. I think more and more people are realising the potential of Launchpads. And like I say, with this one being relatively new, and it is a lot cheaper to get into. I mean, I got into it because the market cap was very low. At the moment, the current market cap is just over 3 million. The fully diluted market cap is about 19 million. And I know when we invested into it, we didn't actually invest into it because it's a Launchpad. We only invested into it because the fully diluted market cap was about 3 million at the time, which means obviously it's a very small project, and there's room for plenty of growth. We're quite fortunate we did get in at that time, so we have seen significant growth in this project. We are roughly about a 7x on our investment. But most importantly, let's have a look at the IDOs that they have launched and the ones that we've taken part in. The first IDO we took part in, I didn't actually take part in a network. I decided to give it a miss. The ones that I have gone into, so Mars AI, which released this week, so I did invest into that. We're just going to have a quick look and see how that's getting on. So Mars AI, so you can see Mars AI, the IDO ended 11th of January, which was a few days ago. The price that we got in at was 0.008, and at the moment the current price is 0.0132. Of course, that gives us a return on investment currently of 1.65. So we're about 65% up on our investment. The all-time high, which was 3.2, it would have been just over triple our money. We did decide not to sell, and we decided to hold on for the long run. I do believe that it's going to do a lot better than that. I think with IDOs, normally I tend to look for a minimum of about 20x before I decide to cash anything out. Sometimes, if it does reach a 20x relatively quickly, I don't normally cash out. I do believe, if a project can get to, a 20x that quick, there is room for more. And most of these IDOs, we're not going to sell them until it gets to sort of, towards the peak of the bull run, where we're probably going to get the maximum gains for our investment. We will obviously decide to sell around that time. That's Mars AI. Let's see what's coming up next. So they have got a couple of IDOs coming up. There is Galaxy Games. Galaxy Games is actually a private IDO, so it's not an IDO, it's a private sale. So we are going to be taking part in that. Now, if we look into the actual project itself, on the private sale, it is 10% on TGE, then 3 months cliff, then monthly vesting in 14 months. So if we put 14 and 3 together, so this project is actually going to be about 17 months before we receive all our coins. Now, anything when it's vesting for that long, I do normally try and sell the first TGE. So if I get 10% of my coins, if I can get 5 or 6x, I will sell, and I'll hold the rest until the end. It just means if it is a 10% TGE and it does a 5x, I can get 50% of my money back, which will mean that the 90% coins that are remaining would have only cost me 50% the investment that I would have put in for the total amount of coins. It just brings my price per coin down, and of course, if we've still got 90% of coins to sell at the end of the bull run, it's not too bad. We're only losing 10% early. Again, like I say, that is down to how quick the coin goes up. If it doesn't, like I say, we are willing to sit for the next 17 months. 17 months, it is quite a long period, and the bull run can be over in that time. So this one, it is a bit more risky, but again, with all IDOs, you are taking a risk, and the higher the risk, the higher the reward. So again, let's see how that gets on. There is another one coming up, which is Ivan Pay. So Ivan Pay is actually quite a big IDO. So as you can see, most of these IDOs, they're only raising 50 grand or 100, 150. Ivan Pay their fundraising goal is 250,000, so the allocation should be quite decent. On this one, the TGE is actually 30% on TGE, and then in equal installments every day for 2 months. So within 3 months, you will receive all your coins. 30% on TGE is actually quite big. So if it does just over a 3x, you get all your money back. So I'm hoping if it is quite a decent allocation. I will obviously try and get my money back on the first 30%. If it does reach, a 3x or just over a 3x, I will be looking to cash out my 30%, and then we'll sit on the rest of 70% till the end of the bull run. It just means, if it is a big allocation, I've got most of my money back. The last thing I want to do is have a huge amount of money sitting on a coin. Most allocations, they're pretty small, they're $100, $200, which, I don't really mind sitting on those. I'll just look at it as a small investment that I'm going to wait until the end of the bull run. Of course, if the allocations are bigger, on this one it is 30%. I'm guessing the allocation is going to be into the thousands. I will take a chance on it, but again, like I say, I'm not going to be sitting on $1,000 or a couple of $1,000 on an IDO. I'm going to be looking to cash out as much as I can, and then sit on a smaller balance till the end of the bull run. So guys, that's all the Launchpads that we are investing in at the moment. As you can see, on average, most of the projects are up, over a 3x. A 3x at this point of the bull cycle is actually very, very decent. We have got plenty of room for growth. And I do believe that the bull run is going to end, towards the end of 2025. So it does give us, well over a year, almost 2 years to get to higher prices. I do think, once we hit 2025, we will see massive growth in projects. A lot more money is going to flow into the market, which is going to push a lot of these projects to, new extreme highs. Again, like I say, we did get into most of them at the cheapest price possible, which gives us, a significant advantage over most people that are coming into the market later. Again, only time will tell, but we will keep you updated, and we will obviously show you how we're getting on. Okay, guys, if you do want to get into Launchpads, I would normally suggest, have a look at a few. Have a look at the tier structure and what it costs you to get in. It is worth going in for higher tiers. If you're only going in for low tiers, you're not really going to get much of an allocation, and a lot of the times, it's just not worth it. I think when you do get into a higher tier, there is a chance that obviously the Launchpad coin itself will go up. We've seen ChainGPT go up. We're on about 20x at the minute, so that's 20x just on the coin itself. And then of course all the IDOs that we are taking part in, we are going to make some gains on those. Again, like I said, our favorite way of investing is IDOs. I personally believe that, IDOs are going to be the best price that you can get. You'll see a lot of these, smaller projects that do go on to do 100x, 200x, even up to 1000x. Most people are going to be buying in, a lot later when the price is a lot higher. So it's, if people are buying into ChainGPT now, they're paying 20 times the amount that I've paid for it. So, if they're coming in with the hopes of a 10x, if they get 10x on their money, I'm already at 20x, times that by 10, that would mean I'd be at a 200x. That's some of the advantages of getting into markets early. But again, like I say, not every project's going to do well. Most of them will beat the IDO price, so I'm quite confident that we will be on profits on all the projects. But again, like I say, it only takes a couple that do really well to significantly change your balance. So guys, back to our challenge. As most of you will know, our challenge is to turn £2,000 into £100,000. We do have a strict target of 100,000. If we do not meet our target, we will be donating all of the money to charity. So regardless of how much we get to, even if we get up to 99,000, it obviously means we haven't met our target. If we don't meet our target, all the money will be going to charity. We are going to let our subscribers decide, where they want it donated. However, I do believe that we are going to smash this target, and there won't be a need for that. Up until now, if you have been following, we have invested over the last 14 weeks. We have invested £1,500 so far. At the end of our last video, our balance was at £2,014.41, which is obviously a return of £500 plus. So I'm just going to go back into Coinbase and have a look and see where our balance stands at the moment. So guys, as you can see, at the moment our balance is £2,067.22, so we're roughly just over £50 up from last week. Our total return on investment at the moment is just above 37%. What I want to do is break down the individual coins and have a look and see how they're performing. So far we have invested into 5 different projects. We have invested £300 each. I'm just going to go in and see how they're performing individually. The 5 projects are Algorand, Decentraland, Engine Coin, Filecoin and Scalecoin. So I'm just going to go into Coinbase again and have a quick look and see how they're performing. So Algorand, as you can see, we have invested £300. It is at £373.98, which gives us a return of just over 24%. Decentraland is more or less break even. It's at £303.49, which is just about, just over 1% in profit. Engine Coin, again, it's not doing brilliant. We're at £327.08, which is a return of about 9%. Filecoin is currently at £366.10, which is roughly 22% in profit. Scalecoin, however, is at £697.18, so we're up just over 132% on that. Again, like I say, I do normally, prefer for coins to drop. Again, we are still buying. If we are buying, we do really want to be buying cheaper. it makes sense to buy something cheaper and wait for the price to go up. So I'm just going to go into Coinbase and buy the coins for this week, and then we'll see where we stand afterwards. So guys, as you can see, we have now invested another £100, taking our total investment up to £1,600, and our current balance is £2,126.04, giving us a return of investment of just over 41%. Again, like I do say, we are well early in the market. I do believe there's still, well over a year to go. And if we're at we're at 41% already, I do believe there is a lot more room for us to grow, before the actual bull run takes effect. I do think that we are going to smash this target, and I do believe, if we smash it early enough, we can possibly double it. So guys, if you want to keep up to date with what we're doing, how much we're investing, and the returns on our investment, please do like and subscribe, turn on notifications, and as always, thanks for watching, and catch you next week.